and welcome to a grab and go put on by me, Christine, the teen librarian at the Jones Creek branch of the East Baton Rouge Parish Library System. Today we will be making a bow and arrow set. The materials you will need are a large amount of jumbo craft sticks, 2 skill sticks, a large amount of tape, some cotton string, some straws, a glue stick, and scissors. Let's begin. To make our bow, we are going to overlap and wrap. Overlap them a pretty considerable amount and wrap the joins in tape. Make the bow longer by adding more craft sticks. See how there is a gap here? That makes it easy to add another one on. The longer your bow is, the more powerful it will be, but the more overlapped it is, the sturdier it will be. So you need to find a balance between them. When I bend mine, I can hear little bits of tape straining. I need at least another layer of sticks. The ends of the bow should be at least 2 sticks deep and should have a skill stick sticking out of it so that you can tie your bowstring to it. About an inch sticking out is good. I want to cover this bending point because really there's only one stick here. The other ones are just reaching there. Got a lot of sticks? Use them. Same thing here. Start testing the bend of your bow and listen for cracks or strain. It's recommended that your bow be no more than about 3 sticks long. 2.5 to 3 is a good balance of strength. I have quite a few sticks left, but I think I'm going to try and go for this. I'm going to grab my string and measure it out so it's about twice the length of my bow. And cut that. I'm going to start wrapping my string around one of the skill sticks to secure it. I'll use a little piece of tape as insurance to hold that in place. Let's see, this is 2 sticks that end here, and we have an overlap at the top and an overlap that goes to around here. This is 3 sticks, 4, and then back down to 3, and at least 2 to 3 the whole length. I think we'll be okay. Now, if you have a friend who can bend the bow for you while you tie the other end of your bowstring, that'll be very helpful. I'll go find a friend. You do that too. Good news! You can actually just push it against your leg and tie the top of the bowstring that way by wrapping it around many times until the tension of the wraps holds it in place. Speaking of tension, that sounds pretty good. I'm a bit worried about this part right here. I'll add some more tape, and I might need to add another stick. But I'm going to unwrap this end, which I have not taped, because the longer your bow is at tension, the more chance of it sustaining some kind of break, which we don't want. And we still have to make our arrows. So we'll leave it unstrung while we work on other parts. Now it's time to make our arrows. Our arrows will be made from plastic straws. If you've ever tried throwing a plastic straw, you'll notice it isn't a really good arrow. It's very light and you can't get much force behind it. So this is where the little glue stick comes in hand. We're going to cut this into little pieces. Let's just cut one to start. And we're going to tape that onto the end of our arrow to give it both a blunt tip and weight to give it more fly power. Now, the other end, we need to create a nock for the bow. I think we also need to shorten our arrow so that we can definitely pull it back. Let's re-nock the bow and check, though. If we had this here and we pulled back, ooh, no, that's actually pretty good. We can only shorten it by about an inch. I guess we'll do that because we are also scientifically trying to figure out what the best arrow shape, weight, and length is. So we used a piece of glue that was this long for this one, but we could use a smaller piece or a longer piece for our other arrows, which could in their turn be longer or shorter. To make the nock, we'll start by putting a piece of tape around the end to reinforce the plastic of the straw. Then flatten it out with your fingers and cut off the edges. Boop. 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 That makes this shape, and the string can go in there. Let's restring our bow. Put our arrow in. If you're right-handed like me, you'll hold the bow with your left hand and hold the arrow with your right hand. You can pull back on this little bit here and release. That was quite exciting and a little bit violent. Exactly what you want from a bow and arrow. But that just hit a wall. That's only a foot away from me. To see if it's a really good arrow, I should fire it somewhere else. But not at people, pets, or fragile possessions. This should be an outdoor, safe kind of project. Okay, reporting back from the hallway where I shot this, it went more than 30 paces down the hallway and eventually struck a wall and fractured from the power of the shot. Yes, this is definitely not a toy and rather dramatically dangerous. Please, please, take care. But it is rather amazingly exciting. So, if you have enjoyed this activity, please respond positively on social media and return to the library for more grab and go opportunities.